I still remember the sound of her laughter echoing through the corridor. Not because it was beautiful, but because it was sharp enough to cut through something I once called self-respect. That was 4 years ago, the last day of college. The day she rejected me in front of the entire class, her words sugar-coated with cruelty. You're sweet, Arif, but not the kind of sweet I'd ever crave. The crowd laughed. I smiled, not because it didn't hurt, but because I didn't want her to see it did. Sometimes dignity is the only armor left when everything else has been taken away. I didn't speak much after that. My friend said I changed. Maybe I did. There's a quiet that comes after humiliation, one that doesn't demand attention, it demands progress. Nights turned into code, coffee, and silence. I built things. I learned. I worked. Not to prove her wrong, but to prove myself possible. For years later, the silence had turned into success. I founded a small tech firm, not giant, not famous, but alive, just like me. The irony of fate is that it loves reruns. Her name appeared again, this time in an email. Candidate shortlisted for interview. Riya Sharma. I looked at it for a long time. My assistant asked if I knew her. I said no. The day she walked in, she didn't recognize me at first. Her hair was shorter, her confidence thinner. Time does that. It erodes the edges of people who once thought they were made of stone. She introduced herself politely, eyes scanning my face like a half-forgotten dream. You look familiar, she said. I get that a lot. The interview was brief. Her resume was good, not great, but enough. I hired her, not because I wanted revenge, but because I wanted closure on my own terms. Working with her was strange. She was professional, quieter than I remembered. No laughter echoing through corridors anymore. Just polite smiles and tired eyes. Sometimes I caught her looking at me, searching for recognition she couldn't quite place. Sometimes I looked away before she found it. Weeks passed. Projects succeeded. Deadlines fell. And one evening, after a long presentation, she finally asked, "Have we met before?" I looked at her. Once. In a different life. She found out the next day. One of our old college mates visited the office, greeted me loudly, and laughed. Man, Arif, you're running this place now? Remember how Riya? Her face went pale. Silence filled the room like smoke. I told my friend to finish his coffee and head out. He did. She didn't move. When the office emptied, she came to my cabin. Her voice was small. You knew? I nodded. Why didn't you say anything? What was there to say? I was cruel. You were young. I hurt you. You taught me. She looked down. Tears, maybe. I didn't stay long enough to confirm. The next few weeks were heavier. She avoided me. I didn't mind. I had work. She had memories to confront. But one evening, as I left the building, she followed me to the elevator. Arif, she said quietly. Do you hate me? I turned to her. No. I just remember you. I'm sorry. I know. The elevator door opened. I stepped in, turned once more, and said, that day, you took something from me. And today, without realizing it, you gave it back. The doors closed. A year later, she resigned. Her farewell email was simple. Thank you for being kind when I wasn't. I replied, thank you for remembering when you didn't have to. People often ask me why I never confronted her, never made her feel the way she made me feel. I tell them the truth. Revenge doesn't heal, it only reopens. But dignity, that's the quiet revenge that lasts forever. I didn't need her apology to feel complete. I just needed to outgrow the version of myself that once waited for it. And I did. Sometimes, I still think about her, not with hate, but with gratitude. Pain taught me focus, rejection taught me value, and her laughter taught me silence. In the end, everyone pays for what they take. Hers was an apology. Mine was peace.